my hottest takes. We're going to go from my least hot up to my most hot. Let's start the video with Matthew Boyd. Matthew Boyd right now is the 5th lowest ERA in the National League. I think he gets to the 2nd lowest. This is why it's the least hot take. I'm not saying he's going to overcome, a guy like Skeens or Wheeler. Well, I do. I actually think he'll overcome one of them, but I don't think this is crazy hot. If you've been watching him, 6 Ks, 9 Ks, no, 1 hit and 2 hits. So the guy's been unstoppable lately. I think that's going to carry over. He did not pitch in the All-Star game. He's completely locked in. So give me a little bit of a homer take, right, being a Cubs guy. But Boyd finishing 2nd lowest ERA in the National League. Going on to number 4, a guy who just won the All-Star game, won All-Star game MVP and had crazy homers to do so. That's Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber has never reached 50 home runs in his career in a single season. I think his best was 46. He's going to hit 50. I think he could hit more than that, but to keep it on the lower end of the hot heat chart, we're going to go 50 home runs for Schwarber. Number 3, these two are AL playoff ones, and I'm thinking which one is hotter. I think the second one's hotter, so we'll go with the first one. Tampa Bay Rays rattle off wins past Toronto and New York to take the division lead by the end of the year. They are 5 games back of Toronto, 3.5 back of New York. I think they go crazy. I think they have such a solid team, and I think Toronto and New York maybe stumble. But again, this is where we get into really hot territory. Next up is even hotter, and that's the Texas Rangers, who are 3.5 games back of the wild card and have teams like Boston and Seattle who are balling ahead of them. So me saying that they're going to make the wild card probably puts into question Luke, who misses the wild card of those teams, right? Because if you're saying Tampa's going to go ahead and make it, then New York and Toronto are in. Who's out? Seattle or Boston? Boston. I think Boston obviously rattled it off before the All-Star break. I know that they were on absolute fire. I don't see them keeping it up as much as Texas. Texas has guys who are World Series champions and are going to play like champions. I think they will find a way to sneak in. They just give me that type of vibe. They also played pretty good before the All-Star break. Not as good, but I think Boston falls off. Texas comes up. I don't think Seattle falls off terrible, although we've seen it in the past with them. I think with Cal Raleigh, his production, it's not possible for him and the Mariners to fall off like that. I don't see it happening. And my number 1 hot take is one that's burning. Don't touch it at all. But I'm going to touch it because I'm a Cubs guy and because the dude's on fire. He's on the thumbnail. 50-50 from PCA. If he does this, it would be insane. He would have to hit a home run and steal a base 1 of every 3 games. Okay? And not just 1 of every 3, do one or the other. No, he'd have to do both 1 of every 3 games. So after every 3 games, you'd have to see 1 stolen base, 1 home run at least. That sounds easy, but it's not for anybody. So PCA has to basically go 1 for 3, at times probably 1 of every 2 games with a home run or stolen base. He gets a cold stretch at all. This take looks like crap, but it's a hot take. I do think if this happens, obviously the dude's MVP, although a lot of people thinking it's still Ohtani because he's coming back to pitching now. Look at PCA's WAR. That's going to be really fun. I'll make a video about that MVP race soon. But that is my mid-season, post-All-Star break. It's not even mid-season. So post-All-Star break hot takes. We have about 64 games left. So anything I said that sounds crazy, only that many games left. Am I crazy? What are your craziest hot takes? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Affleck Time is out.